It was the 5th of December, 1872. The vast, indifferent Atlantic stretched for endless miles under a bruised, leaden sky. Aboard the brigantine Dei Gratia, Captain David Morehouse stood on deck, his gaze sweeping the monotonous horizon. The air was cold, damp, carrying the briny scent of the open ocean. Days blurred into weeks on such voyages, each one a testament to human resilience against nature's grandeur and unpredictability. Morehouse was a man of the sea, hardened by its unpredictable temper, but even his seasoned eyes paused. Far off, a single sail, a distant flicker against the grey, another vessel, not uncommon in the shipping lanes, yet something about it. A faint unease began to prick at him. It was a brigantine, like his own. He watched it for an hour, then two. It seemed to be drifting, almost aimlessly. Its sails were oddly set, or perhaps not set at all. A ship under sail, yet without purpose, a ghost on the waves. As the Dei Gratia drew nearer, the unease in Captain Morehouse deepened into a cold certainty. The other vessel was indeed a brigantine, its sails partially unfurled, some torn, yet it moved sluggishly, not with the confident bearing of a ship under command. He ordered a signal. No response. Another, more insistent. Still nothing. The silence from the other ship was profound, unnatural. It was then that Morehouse recognized her. His stomach tightened. It was the Mary Celeste, a vessel he knew, and a captain he knew well, Benjamin Briggs. They had even dined together in New York just a month prior, before their respective departures. What could possibly be wrong? He dispatched a small boarding party, led by his first mate, Oliver DeVoe. As DeVoe's rowboat cut through the choppy water towards the silent ship, a sense of foreboding settled over the crew of the Dei Gratia. The Mary Celeste rode the waves, a dark, silent sentinel. No one appeared on deck. No voices carried across the water, just the creak of the hull and the sloshing of the waves against her sides. DeVoe and his men clambered aboard the Mary Celeste. What they found was not chaos, not destruction, but an unnerving, almost meticulous order. The ship was perfectly seaworthy, sails partially set, riding out the swells. Yet it was utterly deserted. Not a soul. It was as if everyone had simply stepped away. Below deck, the scene was even more perplexing. The cabin was tidy. Personal belongings were in place. Captain Briggs's chronometer and sextant, however, were missing. Crucial navigational tools. The ship's logbook was gone too, with the last entry dated 9 days prior, November 25th, simply stating their position 100 miles west of the Azores. In the galley, food was laid out, a half-eaten breakfast still on the table. A child's small toy, a doll, lay on a bunk in one of the private cabins. It was Captain Briggs' 2-year-old daughter, Sophia, who had been traveling with her parents. Her cot was neatly made. Everything was in its place, pristine, as if awaiting the return of its occupants. But the occupants were gone. No distress signal had been sent, no desperate plea, just an absence. The only sign of disorder was a single rusted cutlass found near Captain Briggs' bunk, and the fact that the ship's only lifeboat was missing. There was no sign of a struggle, no blood, no ransacking, nothing to indicate violence or piracy, just emptiness. The Mary Celeste was a perfectly seaworthy vessel, a floating enigma. Her cargo, 701 barrels of denatured alcohol, was still securely stowed in the hold, untouched. Not a single barrel was missing, nor did they show signs of leakage. The ship's register, her papers, the crew's wages, all accounted for and undisturbed. It was as if the crew had simply vanished into thin air, leaving everything behind, mid-sentence, mid-meal, mid-voyage. DeVoe and his men sailed the ghost ship to Gibraltar, a journey that took them a week. An Admiralty Court investigation was launched, seeking to understand the inexplicable. Salvage claims were made, inquiries pursued, but no credible explanation emerged. The story itself seemed too outlandish, too impossible. A ship, sound and provisioned, abandoned without reason. 9 lives, including a woman and a child, gone without a trace. The ocean offered no answers, only a vast, indifferent silence. Every detail only deepened the mystery. Why abandon a perfectly good vessel? What could have prompted such a sudden, unanimous decision to leave everything behind? Over the decades, theories piled upon theories, each attempting to fill the void left by the missing crew. Mutiny was considered, but dismissed. There was no struggle, no blood, no sign of violence. Pirates? Unlikely. The valuable cargo was untouched, personal effects left in place. A giant squid or sea monster? More legend than logic, though the vastness of the deep certainly holds its secrets. The most plausible, yet still unsettling theories revolved around the ship's unusual cargo. Some suggested that alcohol fumes from the barrels might have built up, leading Captain Briggs to fear an imminent explosion. Perhaps he ordered an immediate abandonment into the lifeboat, intending to wait for the danger to pass, only for a sudden squall or a rogue wave to separate the lifeboat from the brigantine. The missing chronometer and sextant lend credence to the idea of a planned, albeit hasty departure, tools for navigation. But if so, where was the lifeboat? And why was there no debris, no trace of the 10 people? The thought of them adrift, watching their ship sail away, helpless, is a chilling one. The Mary Celeste continued to sail under different owners for years, always carrying with her the dark shadow of her past. She was eventually wrecked off the coast of Haiti in 1885, her final demise almost as mysterious as her most famous voyage. But the enigma of December 1872 persists. 9 lives, Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their daughter Sophia, and 7 crewmen, simply evaporated from the face of the earth. No bodies ever recovered, no wreckage of a lifeboat, no cries for help heard. The ship was found, a silent testament to an event unseen, unheard, and utterly unrecorded. The human mind craves resolution, a neat explanation for such a stark absence. But the Mary Celeste offers none. She remains a phantom on the waves, a perfectly preserved snapshot of a moment just before... what? Before a panic? Before a tragedy? The ocean, vast and indifferent, held its counsel then, and continues to do so today. The question hangs in the air, cold and unyielding. What truly happened on the Mary Celeste?